Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager, and I'm into week 37 of competition. We're at Mallorca. It is stage number 2. And this is the mountain climber stage. You can see it's not that much of a mountain climber stage compared to others. And despite my strength as a climber, now that I'm in the World Tour, and this is one of those type of races that features a lot of World Tour riders. Nairo Quintana, the favorite, Richie Porte, Romain Bardet, Tom Dumoulin, Miguel Angel Lopez, Hugh Carthy, Marc Soler, Simon Yates, Fabio Aru. 9 of the top 10 favorites are big names. Meaning, I'm not one of them. As I mentioned in the last episode, which I believe was episode 11, so we're on to episode 12 now. So I mentioned in that last episode, now that we're into season 3, now that I'm up to a World Tour team, I won't be cutting quite as often. And in addition to that, my work schedule has changed and I'm putting in more hours than I was, which gives me a bit less time for recording. And through those first 2 seasons, I did a lot of recording to get that small cut of episodes and a lot of play time while not recording, plus the editing, all of that. I'm still going to end up doing the editing, but the episodes might be a few minutes shorter and a little bit less on the cuts, so just be warned that at least the next few episodes will be like that, but we'll still have the cuts in there, so you'll see a lot of material, and hopefully I can keep up the good positive action. By the way, this has been the top series that I have ever had. I've had more views here, more support here, more new subscribers thanks to this game than any other. So thank you, YouTube community. Really appreciate it. And Hugh Carthy, my teammate, is the leader outsider. I'm given the role of teammate, working at the head of the group for 25 kilometers. Wants me to stay tucked in for now. Once breakaway group gets established, I'll very much try to get the 25 kilometers at the front quickly out of the way so that I can then say, hey, I did my job for the team, collect the attribute, the skill points, and then be able to focus on my own position within the team after that.
There's now more than a minute between the breakaway and the pack. A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers.
Okay, apparently I'm already supposed to be chasing down the breakaway. A lot of riders try to trying to get away. Sad thing here is I've been given the number 61. I didn't lose any time. I'm only 10 seconds off, and that's the bonus time to the leader.
There are a couple of riders who want to go it alone.
Uh-oh. Field's all split up. I'm in a group now that's breaking away at the moment. Got to head into a tunnel. Actually, I gotta be careful. I'm a bit fatigued at this point. Let's see, Krog Anderson, number 81, Bertz, number 101.
Given that the pack has increased its speed. A small group of riders are trying to get clear of the bunch.
Attacks continue. And this is something that I mentioned in one of the earlier episodes, is that there is far, far more attacking moves necessary to establish a breakaway than there used to be. Yeah, okay, I guess I'll break. No breakaway here. You can see everybody's a little bit down.
Breakaway at the front.
See if I can finally get at least off the front of this field. To that spot I want to be in. It's not literally a quarter of the way, but it certainly feels like it, especially in terms of climbs, that this would be considered a quarter of the way. But 6 riders, and that's a good number, and yet we're still giving chase, not letting them get away. They are out to a minute. Let's check that race strategy, see if I start getting credit, and yes, I am. I'm going to go ahead and back off. It looks like they are out over a minute, so they are being allowed to get away on this one. And no big names. Will Barta. So we finally picked up 1 kilometer at the front. But here on this climb, I should be able to start getting some more. Another attack coming in. Come on.
Too docile for some riders who are looking to create a breakaway. The breakaway has now got over a minute on the pack.
So another 6 riders on the go there. And I'm supposed to be chasing them down. A couple of them look like they're not going to make it. As they've already been dropped. My race day condition is 0, but my fitness is still just coming up at 71 at this point, as I started off the season. Trying to keep that fatigue low. And as I get some advice in that last episode, really does no good to stall on that, as the fatigue works totally different than it did in previous editions of Pro Cycling Manager. And it builds really quick, and you've really got to take the foot off the gas and take breaks in training, and it does not manage that for you. You need to manage that yourself. So I have been doing that. I have been watching that fatigue level, taking breaks, taking weeks off here and there to keep that recovery in mind and make sure that I do not get overly fatigued. Where are we at now? 4 kilometers at the front.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
Look at that. Porson's already on the verge of getting dropped. McClay, Ricchisi, all on the verge of being dropped. There are already riders off the back, and we are now a quarter of the way into the stage. So the racing has been intense, and all because of the breakaway group. Somebody has not been satisfied with the breakaway group, and just like that, I'm in a small breakaway group of 10. It comes back together for now, but the peloton's already down to 100, just over 100 riders. And I'm getting that chance to finally get some more work in. We're at 6 kilometers now. There's the 25% mark.
The pack can't get strung out too far, or it's going to start breaking up.
Let's see, how is everyone else looking right now? It's 10 riders that are still out in front. We're 2 minutes back overall, which is not much at all, especially with a very lengthy Category 2 climb coming up. Not sure why this is not considered a hilly stage, as there's no serious climbing in here. And even at the end, it's a rather just short, punchy climb, but I think this stage is not classified terribly well. Alright, we're on the climb again, so I'll probably find myself back near the front of the field here shortly. At the same time, gotta keep an eye on this. I'm going to need to drop back and recover at some point, but I would like to at least get that 50% mark and recover before this climb. So I'll work for this next little while, hopefully get to 50% and have to call that good for the day, because I still have aspirations for at least a decent overall standing. And we are starting to catch those riders off the front. Just 5 left. We're about to pick off another one. The peloton once again has shrunk, just 27 riders, and this time not being considered a breakaway group. It's being considered the peloton with just 27 riders. And we're not even at the halfway point in this race. This field is literally blowing up. And some more are catching back up, but just 37 riders in the group. And we haven't even gotten to a serious part of the stage. Meanwhile, I'm running that danger myself of getting dropped. There goes Fells, leaving me to do the work. And I'm off by myself all of a sudden. Nobody liked my pace. Suppose I can go get some mountain climber points. Alright, back to leading the group. We do have that downhill, so I will get a chance to recover here. I'm up to 9k, 10k. Got just a few k to go to reach that 50% mark. Hopefully I can make that happen over the course of this downhill. Oh, I didn't even notice. Leopold Koenig is on my team. New team, new year, new faces, but also some well-known names and faces. And that's it. Breakaway group is done. We are down to a small peloton here. Okay, this is that last chance. I want to get off the front. Come on, get me on the front. I want to get to that 50% mark and then go recover. There it is. Alright, I'm going to call that a day on the work part and see if I can't stay with this main group, especially now that it's just 29 riders. If we leave most of the field quite some distance behind, and I recover enough here to get up over this Category 2, I might go back to trying to lead and get back to 3/4 there towards the end. But the big thing will be all you have is that short punchy climb at the end. And I'm looking at a top 30. Means there could be points involved. Managed just a couple points so far this season, so I've been outclassed a bit. I have low stamina, I have low resistance. Both of those need to come up quite a bit before I'm going to gain much this season. And there's
Taking his chance alone.
the one-man breakaway. Now, I'm supposed to be giving chase here. Yeah, the peloton slowed the pace without me at the front. And it was right back to 40. People are catching up to us.
A rider has just dropped out. No
Wow,
doubt he'd run out of gas.
Micah has withdrawn. Field's totally spread out. I mean, there's a huge gap from front to back.
Fall in the pack. Apparently, the leader is on the ground.
There's tons of groups
One of the
all
motorcyclists
over
says
the
that
place.
rider is down. Apparently, he didn't interfere with the race.
Okay, so we are suddenly back down to just 22 members, as that fatigue is definitely no joke. A lot of riders getting left behind. I've got 4 teammates out of the 22, which means we are looking pretty solid comparatively to the others. And it looks like I'm going to head back to the front and get some more work in here on this climb. And if I happen to go off the front, I might just go off the front, try to stay off the front. You never know, I might win the stage here. Such a small group behind me. They're all kinds of blown up. Mohoric not that far ahead. But I'm picking up the kilometers. I'm going to speed things up a little bit right now. A few more riders just caught up to us. Slow it back down. Let's see. Now, there is no intensity to this climb. It's a pretty easy climb. It's just up it goes. I gotta watch out though, because I don't have a ton of stamina here. Okay. Quiet control at the front of the group. I'll do that for the time being, but I will have to drop off here in a moment. Let's see, what's gonna be that next mark? 19? Alright. I'm back off so I can recover. We're nearly to that 75% point. The pace isn't very hot, so I'm keeping up just fine, even though the group's thinning out. Mohoric has been caught. We're down to 23 in the group. But I'm a strong enough climber that I'm doing just fine here and actually starting to recover. So we're on a climb, a long climb, and yet my heart rate's nice and low, and I'm actually in a partial recovery mode. Now, as we get to the top, I might try to go to the front and work again. 1K. Yeah, right there to the front. Tunnel. There's the top. Pick up some nice points here. I might be leader of the no, second in the mountain standings. Well, and there's 19K at the front.
We're starting the last third of the race.
Recover here on the downhill. 21 riders left in the group. Speed things along here for a little bit. My recovery's okay. Koenig's back in the group. Carthy was actually wanting me to come protect him, but now that Koenig's there, it's my role to go back to the front. And I might as well for the time being. We've still got a nice steep downhill coming up to recover on.
He crashed off and he's
Here's
not
Pollitt.
getting up. Oh, I hope
And
this wasn't
Porson
serious.
have gone down.
A
Bunch of
couple
other
riders
guys
have
as
come
well.
across, but they all look ready to set off again.
But getting to second in that mountain climbers standings could have a good effect. I don't know what the last 2 stages look like. I have to take a look at that and see if we have any more climbing to do. There's 100%. Job done, and I'm going to just go ahead and recover. I don't need to work anymore on the front. Koenig's got Carthy covered for now. I might be protecting him on that final climb, so I'll try to recover here, and yes, recover I am doing. Back up to what full strength I at least have at this point. Just 23 riders here in the peloton. No breakaway, so it looks like the winner is going to come from us. We got 16K to go, and about a third of that is the final climb, so it's about 4 to 5K is all.
We've got 15 kilometers to the finish line. Withdrawal of a rider. He seemed to have neither the energy nor the courage to keep going.
Koenig and I are both going to the front to try to chase this down. We're in the final 12K now. Look how far the field is spread out. That is crazy. We might lose half the field in this race, on this stage, to time. Yeah, there's the back guy probably. Looks like we're spread out as far as 26 groups behind, plus 2 at the front. So 28 groups all over the place on this stage. $7K to go. This guy's just ahead of us. I don't think he'll stay away on that final climb. I have no problem catching him. Koenig and I now at the front.
Thank goodness he looks fit to get back in the race. There are just 5 kilometers left.
5K to go. Just about to hit the climb. Use my gel. And I'm thinking about attacking, like, right about now. And I'm not the only one.
None of the favorites is giving an inch.
Not strong enough to win here, but can I get a top 10 finish? Okay. Sprint. Give it whatever you have.
And there goes the mad burst for the final
Give it
sprint.
your all. Give it your all. Definitely in the top 20. Not in the top 10, though. But there's Hugh. He looks like he might win it. Nope, second. Movie star. Nairo Quintana, of course. Hugh Carthy second. Bardet is third. Dumoulin fourth. Richie Porte fifth. That's a who's who of the sport, isn't it? Top 7, top 8, really. And I'm with the group. Right at the back. 18th.
We're waiting for the tailenders who continue
On the
to
same
run.
time. No time lost. So that's a fantastic performance for me. I'm going to get good, solid mountain climbers points. And in the top 20, on the same time as all the contenders, finish right behind Wilco Kelderman. So, pretty impressive. And there's a chance that half this field's going to drop away. It's already been 5 minutes. We're just starting to get the first riders in. 10 minutes. There's 15. Now, if I'm looking at that top corner correctly, is an hour and 7 minutes the cutoff? That's half an hour. Be surprised if that is the cutoff. Seems awfully long. We're at 40 minutes now. 45. Last few riders coming to the finish. There's an hour.
And here are the key moments of the
So
race.
did everybody make it in the time limit? I don't know about that. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a time limit over an hour, and this wasn't that long of a stage. Great job. Hugh Carthy gets second. Again, I'm 18. 20 riders finish on the same time. So Katana goes top, Carthy goes second, and I remain in that top 20. I'm second place, just 2 points out on the mountain climbers. Good chance that I could be targeted for that. 4 riders were in that top 20 that are in the under 25s category. They could have me go for that as well. Team is third overall. Very good from the boss. Second on the stage is also excellent, so we pick up 17 points. About halfway to level 16 now. And that manager satisfaction, even though it's early season yet, continues to climb. It says 92, but there it is saying 91. Decayed before he even finished telling me the message. Alright, so stage 3 is another up and down one. This is more of a climbing stage than that last one, by far. Pretty much same favorites here on the day. Wow, how am I the big name? Well, I don't have a reputation yet. That's cool though. I like it. Oh wow, Valverde's here as well. I would be happy with the task of heading into the breakaway to try to win some mountain climber points, as there are a lot of climbs on this stage. And if you were to able to stay away to at least to this point, to this climb, that would be substantial points and could definitely lock up the jersey.
Hello to one and all. The profile of the route is a fairly mixed bag, so everybody should find a section to their pleasing. The race will take place in beautiful sunny
Let's
conditions.
see, what's the task? Teammate. Alright, well, teammate is the rule, so teammate I will play. -1 race day condition. That's going to hurt things a bit, as everything's about doubled right now on that load. Okay, no point being off front right now until there's actually a breakaway. And I'm going to do a good chunk of this stage off camera, so we will go ahead and make a cut on this one. But I'll rejoin you somewhere right around here, right before we get into those back-to-back Category 2 climbs and to the finish. In the meantime, I will work for the team at the front. So we'll try to knock out as much as I can of the 25K at the front. See you in a moment. Okay, so it's a little earlier than what I wanted to come back with, but there's the peloton. Here's me. My efforts to work at the front, and another stage with a lot of tense situations. A breakaway that was seemingly undesirable to the group has split things, and you can see that we are all over the place yet again. Peloton's down to just 22 riders, and I was the one doing a lot of that work along with Koenig. So here Koenig and I are left out. But that intense pace has taken a toll, and we are slipping back. It looks like we're almost 2 minutes back now. I was hoping that little secondary climb I would have been able to make up the gap, but I did not recover enough in that short downhill. Recovered enough now that I might be able to catch back up to them on my own on the next climb, and that will certainly be my objective. That's my intention. I'll see if I can't catch them. We're not that far behind the group, so if I can catch them between those two climbs, then I'll be good to go with that final group at the end. So I'll just hitch a ride with these guys for now and recover, and we'll speed things along.
Our rider has a flat tire. Let's hope he is helped out quickly. This is the last third of the race.
This might be a good time to get water for Kunig and I before we go into climbing. But this -1 race day condition certainly took its toll, as unlike the last stage where I was never terribly strong with that group, I was strong enough, but not this time. And you can see even now I'm not recovering. Pace isn't that high. Alright, looks like first little false flat, and then the climb will start here shortly. We got a little bit more of a downhill than I thought. Alright, now it's going to start going up. And I'm just going to quick attack and then go. They keep up, they keep up. Half of them are already dropped. I don't much care about these guys, because obviously we're not competing for the win. Down to 3. Koenig stuck with me here. Maybe switch to relay here. Koenig's coming up with me. Got a ways to go. I can't do too much too early here. But the group at the front continues to be stretched out. It's down to 20 riders, and only 2 in the gaps in between. And I'm actually getting credit for working here. That's funny. Can recover on the downhill. Looks like I'm about to run out. Alright, let's give it our all to the top here. There's not much left to cover here. Okay, I'm going to recover on the downhill. Try to stay with these guys. Alright. A little bit of recovery happened, but not much. Might just try to stay with these guys for a little bit
like
here.
A really bad fall. It's a shame, but he's not going any further. Several riders are on the ground, but it
And
doesn't
that
look
downhill
too
is enough that I might be able to attack on the downhill and catch him that way, instead of on the climb. I'm actually recovering a bit right now. Let's go down to being 79. Time to push. What's the gap? 350 to the front. Gap's opened up a bit. No, 7, 10. There's somebody off the front now. There we go, yeah. There's the top. Okay, need to recover here. And the recovery is coming quick. I'm still in my group of 4, so I didn't leave them behind at all. The gap is a bit larger than it was. We're about 3.5 minutes down. So I don't think I'm going to catch the front, but I could still have a pretty high placement overall. McCarthy does remain in the front group. Okay, now I said I was going to try to attack. Maybe I just need to attack on the next climb. We're already close to the bottom and I'm still not fully recovered.
Another attack. This time it could
They are getting all split up now.
Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind.
Quick look at that profile. Oh, that's more than a little false flat there at the end. Okay. Here we go. Uphill's about to start, and there it is. It's going to get a bit steeper here in a second.
Entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage.
Counter-attack by Quintana.
Okay, group's down to 3. I'm really not worried about my group. I don't know why I would try to leave them in the dust. Just want to gain time on these guys up front. Oh, it's Yates and Keselowski. Wow. No wonder I'm not leaving them behind. But they're leaving me behind. It's actually pretty shocking that they are behind at all here. And not with that group. Omar Frele, he did break away, but he held on. Brambilla, DeMarquis, Mamikin. Here comes the main group. Quintana, Dumoulin, Latour. Hugh Carthy comes in 13th.
His race is over.
And I'm just hitting that final climb. 1.5K to go. Well outside of the top 20. So I will drop a bit in the standings, but it's hard to say who was what. Oh, this group caught me and passed me right at the end, and it was Koenig's group. So I dropped to 34th from about 25th, right at the end. That's going to drop us down standings a bit. But again, look how spread out the field is, as the back riders are just now getting over the penultimate climb. And at 137 riders, plus still a few on the track. See, now we're into the red. We're into riders who are being cut, it looks like. I have no idea why last stage had such a long time. 40 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes seems pretty standard on a climb. An hour and 5 minutes was a bit unnatural. Okay, so I get the same time as Koenig's group at least. So 8 minutes, 17 seconds down, so equal with 29th place. That will drop me down the standings a bit, I would imagine. Hugh Carthy drops to 8th, and I drop to 25th. I pick up no mountain climbers points, which is a real shame, because look at Frele, who was in that breakaway. He grabs 43 points. Brambilla's got 31, and I easily could have been in that 20 to 30 range and at least been competing for it. I'm still third for the young rider. And our team is in fifth. Average evaluation on the stage, but at least it wasn't negative. We picked up a few points. We'll see what stage 4 is here. Alright, so nothing's going to change on this stage other than a sprinter like Michael Matthews or Sam Bennett. Christophe Laporte might be winning this stage. So our standings is what it is. I'll be wrapping up Mallorca here. And in terms of time, it's a little on the short side compared to a normal episode, but it's pretty close. Within a couple minutes of where I wanted to be, so we don't have time to start another one. I'll go ahead and make one final cut just to the final standings here at the end of the stage, so we'll check out the podium, and that'll be that. So Michael Matthews picks up the win. Laporte was third, Sam Bennett was fourth.
Here are a few of the key moments.
And I actually struggled right at the end. I got dropped with about 2K to go to the finish line, and so I'm going to lose a little bit of time on that. Hugh Carthy actually got dropped as well. Pace was intense throughout. Oh, it looks like I come in on the same time though, so a little fortunate there. So final standings should have me, okay, 22nd. I actually move up a couple spots there. So finish in 22nd. Hugh Carthy finishes 8th. Michael Matthews wins the sprint jersey. Omar Frele wins the mountain climbers jersey. I finished 7th. I finished 3rd in the under 25s with Ben O'Connor on top. Excuse me. Stana wins the overall, and our team takes 5th. And that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.